Hello class, this is Mr. Hall with lesson 6 of biology. Today we're going to talk about the adaptive immune system and how the different antibodies function to fight off infections. We'll jump right into it right now. So starting with the first set of vocabulary words, we have antibody. Antibody is a Y-shaped protein made of B cells that have the ability to attack specific antigens. And antigens are proteins that are found on the surface of cells. Next and last, we have immunity, which is a condition of the body making it resistant or unable to contract certain diseases. So starting with the adaptive immune system, what is it? The adaptive immune system is when the pathogens enter the body and the innate immune system sends the lymphocytes and phagocytes to fight the pathogens. Special forces build up resistance to the specific pathogens causing the disease. This resistance is called immunity. Then, if that specific pathogen ever infects the human again, the body will recognize it right away and send out the specially trained forces to destroy it. So for example, the flu virus, if you contract the flu virus for the first time, and you get it again, let's say another 2 months from now, your body has already have pathogens that are built up to immune itself from that virus to then distribute it out of the body. So the lymphatic system is responsible for the adaptive immune system, and it initiates two types of immune responses: antibody immunity and cellular immunity. Now we'll talk about antibody immunity. So for antibodies, they are the Y-shaped proteins made of B cells that have the ability to attack specific antigens. The antigens or antibodies are specific to antigens, which we said before are proteins found on the cell surface, and usually they are in the surface of foreign invaders. So how this happens is, it is by step, starting with the foreign invaders such as bacteria attacking the body. The body's lymphocytes react to the antigens on the surface of the bacteria. Next we have macrophages that eat the bacteria and in the process break them down. The macrophage will keep the pieces of the antigen in the plasma membrane. Third, we have the macrophage present in the bacteria antigen to the special type of lymphocyte called the helper, which is also known as the T cells. They are produced in bone marrow and processed by the thymus gland. In the fourth step, the B cell is another type of lymphocyte that is used and creates antibodies for the antigens once the T cells are activated. And then going down, it'll continue on with the rest of the processes, and it goes in order as step by step. Now we're going to talk about cellular immunity. Like antibody immunity, cellular immunity involves T cells, but it does not involve B cells. So, with the T helper, that cell is used to summon the B cell into action, and then other T cells such as cytotoxics, they are also used as killer T cells and suppress T cells. Cytotoxic T cells kills cells that are infected with the viruses or are tumor cells. Individual T cells seem to be specific to certain antigens, but the T cells do not produce antibodies, and they have their own unique way of destroying antigens. However, this is not always the case, as antibodies immunity work against bacteria while cellular immunity works against viruses and processes. Going down, we see that the pathogen enters the body, and the pathogen is engulfed by the macrophage, which we talked about, and then part of the antigen is displayed on the outside of the macrophage. We have the helper T cell coming in, helping to fight off that cell. and then afterwards it produces memory T cells and activates cytotoxic T cells, working together to release the lice and infect it and then destroying it. And then now we have immune disease, which people will contract the disease and shuts down to part of the body's immune system itself. And there are types of immune diseases, which is autoimmune disorder, such as rheumatoid arthritis. And then we have others such as AIDS, that works by destroying the T helper cells, causing an eventual shutdown of the entire immune system, leaving the patient susceptible to a variety of other illnesses, such as tuberculosis. And then with the adaptive immune system is one of the systems that make the humans a very successful species, because it is important for fighting off infections. Now we'll go into the questions. So the first question is, which system is responsible for the adaptive immune system? We have the lymphatic system. Second question is, the special forces being trained to build up resistance called immunity to specific pathogens causing the disease describes the innate immune system, which we talked about in the beginning. Number 3, what are the two types of immunity? We have antibody and cellular. Number 4, the conditions of the body being resistant or unable to get certain disease is immunity. Number 5, we're matching the correct term for each definition. Antibodies, as we said, being the Y-shaped protein made up of B cells. Antigens, a protein found on the surface of the cell. And then T cells, a special type of lymphocyte that are produced in the bone marrow and is processed in the thymus gland. Number 6, we have B cells are lymphocytes that create blank for specific antigens, which creates antibodies. There are different types of T cells. We have the T helper that summon the B cells into action. And then we have cytotoxics, which kills specific pathogens. And then number 8, we have antibody immunity, most likely build immunity against bacteria, whereas cellular immunity is against a virus or a protist. And also, guys, when you're doing these questions, make sure to write your name at the top with the lesson, which this is lesson 6, unit 10, biology. And that is all for the adaptive immune system. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please do the questions and send them in. And you all have a great day.